What do we have?
Well, we have Ionia County is our next county here. We have Bob Brown from Grand Rapids. You took this big 11-point, opening day.
Yeah, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon out in Lowell.
So how was the weather at that time?
It was kind of misty. It was rainy, but it was worth it.
I'll say so.
Yeah, it's the biggest one I've ever shot out there. I've been out there about 10 years, so it took me 26 years to get something this big.
Well, great. Bob Brown, congratulations.
Thank you.
I just want to ask about this. Aaron Counterman from Ada, hunting Kent County. Look at this rack. Hey, measly 6 points.
Yeah, only 6.
Holy Toledo, or whatever word I want to use there. This is a heavy rack.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the size of that. Did you get this aged?
It's about 4.5.
Oh, man. A dominant buck. 11 3/4 inch tines. What was it, this one?
I think it was this one.
That one, well, whatever. 22 and an 1/8 inch spread. Got it with a muzzle loader.
Yep.
Man, there's a lot of hunters doing that. Oh, Aaron, and this mount is interesting.
Yep.
Called a European mount.
Yep.
Very inexpensive way to go.
Yeah,
Very
do it
practical.
ourselves.
Thank you.
We have Shiawassee County now. Kevin Klat from Owasso. A very gnarly looking 15-pointer here.
Yes. I took this one with my Super Red Hawk 44 Magnum pistol. 15 yards away. Ended up in the swamp. Nice size buck, my largest ever. I was really impressed.
Quite a long time to drag it out.
Yeah, it took a little while. Yeah. Yep.
Well, great. Kevin Klat, that's a great buck you should be proud of.
Thank you.
And here we have a very wide buck. This baby is 24 inches wide, 11 points. Wow, and you got it with a bow, Raymond Matthews.
Where's my truck?
Your truck?
Yeah, Dodge.
Oh, a Buick Sabre.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's too bad, but I'll take it.
You got it with your truck?
Yeah, 2 days for the bow season, but it's the biggest I've ever got.
No kidding.
Yeah, the bucks I shoot can't really get me on TV, so you got to do what you have to do.
Now, how much did this cost you in auto repairs?
$5,300. Well, cost insurance company.
Was it worth it?
Well,
Golly. Did you get the meat to eat?
half of it.
And how was it?
Pretty good so far.
Well, very good. The man has roadkill, and but a pair of antlers that won't quit. Very good. Raymond Matthews from Mason.
And also Shiawassee County, Dale Kidder from Durand, a very big 10-pointer here. What kind of property were you hunting on?
We're hunting private land.
Your own, or
A friend of mine's land.
been hunting there long?
Yeah, about 10 years.
And did you know this guy was out there?
We've seen him in bow season, actually, and there's a bigger one there yet, but...
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's 22.5-inch spread, typical.
It's got to be an old buck.
We figured 3.5 years old, actually, was scored at.
Well, that's great. Dale Kidder, that's a good story to tell the grandchildren.
Yeah, you Flint area viewers, get a load of this. We got 3 Genesee County bucks. We're going to start with Jason Doherty from Mount Morris. Oh, an opening day buck of how many points?
10. They're calling it a 10.
21-inch spread, 11.5-inch tines. That's huge. This is a heavy rack, too. A lot of bone there. And let's see, that was private land.
Yeah.
How old are you, Jason?
I'm 20.
20.
My first buck.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Did you see much else this season?
I seen another big 10-pointer I've been chasing around, but that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, a lot of does.
Jason Doherty from Mount Morris, you did well. Let's go over here now to Larry Truitt from Flint. Jason had a 10-pointer. You have a 12-pointer.
Yeah.
With a spread that's even a little wider, 22 5/8.
Yeah, it was awesome. Me and my wife shot together in a blind. I shot through the blind to get it.
You shot.
With him, I didn't shoot it. I was just with him, I didn't shoot it.
Okay. But this was on the 19th of November.
Yes.
Man, what a deal. You shot through the blind?
Yep, shot through the window. I couldn't get my gun up, so I jammed it in the window and let him have it.
Golly. Larry Truitt got a 12-pointer with a 22 5/8-inch spread. Let's stick here to Genesee County, and this is Roger Souls from Otisville. This is an 11-point with a 22.5-inch spread. That's a big booger there, isn't it? Holy cow. What's this?
My neighbor Bill was kind enough to let me bring it on the show. He hunts sheds, some of us do in the neighborhood, and Bill let me borrow it.
Well, very good. Roger Souls from Otisville. That was Genesee County, Zach.
Yeah, we're headed to Lapeer County now. Terry Neester. Tony Neester, I'm sorry, from Columbiaville. A 9-pointer, but 19.5-inch spread. Family property?
Oh, yeah, it's my own.
Your own?
Yeah.
Backyard?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's lunchtime, Buck.
Lunchtime?
Eating
Yes,
lunch
it sure
across
was.
the river.
12:45, huh?
Yep.
Opening day. Well, that is a nice-looking rack. Yep. You should be proud. Tony Neester, Columbiaville, out of Lapeer County. Thank you.
St. Clair County has some big bucks. There are not a lot of them we get reported, but Todd Barr from Berlin Township got this. It's a 10-pointer. Now, he had Kyle hold it, so it looks even wider and bigger than it is. But how wide is it?
It was originally like 25 and a quarter. He shrunk up a little bit.
Well, that's still 25 and a quarter for us.
Yeah.
Got a 9-inch tine, 10 points of bow hunting.
Yep, bow hunting.
3 days after pheasant season opened.
I seen him day after opening, and he didn't like the way I was set up, and I was lucky to see him again later on.
Yeah, he didn't like the way you're set up. All right, didn't like how accurate you are shooting either. Todd Barr from Berlin Township. That's great.
And then Allegan County, Dennis DeRee. You got this. I mean, these racks just keep getting gnarlier and gnarlier. A 12-point, but a big rack.
Yep, that's a backyard deer off my mom and dad's farm.
And what was this, right after lunch?
Yeah, pretty well. Right after lunch.
Just on your way back into the blind? Or?
Well, actually, I was helping my dad on the farm at the time.
Well, great. Do a little work and get yourself a very nice buck.
Yep.
Great. Dennis DeRee, good job.
Thank you.
Trying to figure out here which one is the smaller one, which is the bigger, but we're talking Berry County down in the southwest corner of the state. Scott Donnelly from Dowling got this. An 8-pointer.
It's nice.
What's nice about it?
It's the biggest one I ever got.
I guess 22 and 1/8-inch spread on that. So that's huge with a 9 3/4-inch tine. Well, let's compare it here. We have Lanny Scobie from Plainwell, who has a 22-inch spread that's a little bit smaller by 1/8 of an inch, but he has 11.5-inch tines. The height really makes it look big, and a couple more points, huh?
Yeah, real excited about it. By far the biggest deer I've ever seen.
This was on farm country.
Yes, it was. Yep, a land that I just bought 2 years ago. So
to do what with?
To hunt specifically.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta carry on that tradition, you know.
Boy, I bet you have a lot of friends now.
Yeah, it seemed to come out of the woodwork.
Yeah,
don't
what
they?
you didn't know you had. Larry Scobie from Plainwell, Scott Donnelly from Dowling, Big Berry County bucks.
And now we're headed over to Eaton County. Looks like another farm buck here. This is Mark Long from Potterville, and he got this 11-point. Private land, farmland?
Yes, mostly corn.
Mostly corn, so well fed.
Yes.
Had you been stalking him for a while? Or?
Actually, it's the first time I've ever seen him. I've been watching 3 other bucks on the property. I've never seen him until I had a shot at him.
And pretty short season for you. I mean, as far as your first buck, 7 a.m.?
7 a.m. in the morning, shot an 8-point with a bow, and opening day, 7 a.m., I was done.
Well, congratulations, Mark Long from Potterville.
Thank you.
And folks, don't forget, you can call during this show, the number at the bottom of your screen here, to support public TV, support the outdoor shows, support Practical Sportsman, Big Buck Night, and future sportsmen like Kyle Peters here from Stockbridge, 14 years old. You got into that youth hunt.
Yep, shot it with a 20 gauge at about 80 yards. Came walking out of the woods right down the fence row.
September 28th, you got this. At how many points?
14, and then it has 2 stickers at the bottom.
And a 20-inch spread, 11-inch tines. That is.
Yep.
I love this little tine off to the side.
I've been seeing a bigger one, though, behind Ace Hardware in Lakeland.
Oh, you don't. You see, you're a young hunter. You don't tell details like that. See, now other people are going to be there and hunt.
Okay.
So you were kidding, weren't you? It wasn't Ace. Okay. Hey, he's an honest guy. Hey, go to your phone and call in a pledge for young hunters like this.
Fred, we're over on Livingston County now. We've got a couple of nice-sized bucks here out of Livingston County. We're going to start with Mike Elliot. Private land, late in the day.
Yep.
But which season?
Bow season, November 1st, 5:30 in the afternoon. Come in after a doe.
And had this been a buck you had seen out there before?
2 people I hunt with have seen it earlier, and then it happened to walk in front of me, and that was it.
Well, great. Also from Livingston County, we've got Charles Stoudemire, right?
Yep.
You've got an 8-point, but I mean, almost as big a looking rack here as Mike's.
Yeah.
But you got this earlier in the day.
Yeah, I did.
During gun season.
Yep, 9:30 in the morning, opening day. Came in.
Oh, it was opening day?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
opening day.
Okay. It says something a little bit different here, but it looks like you cheated yourself on the spread.
Yeah.
Actually, a 19.5-inch spread, but
Yep.
you had it down as 18.
Yeah.
So,
bigger
a
county.
better
18.
trophy for the
Yep.
wall.
Yeah, it is.
Congratulations, Charles.
Thank you.
Yep.
Macomb County. I mean, we're getting down into the Detroit area here. We got 2 bucks. The dilemma is they're both 10-pointers, okay? One has a little wider spread. The other has taller tines. Let's see. Let's go with the taller tines. 9 3/8-inch Don Bridgman from Chesterfield.
Yes.
Opening morning.
Correct. A little after 8 o'clock, the second buck I saw, and he walked through the shooting lane, and
Wow.
I was able to.
Yeah. Now, this one was in farm country, or I mean.
Yes, up in northern Macomb County, river bottoms, it's thick, and they like that kind of habitat.
Yeah, dark rack like this. Let's go to Walt Gino here from Washington. You got a 10-pointer, but it has a 23.5-inch spread.
Yes.
Now, your tines are shorter. They're like a couple inches shorter.
He wore them down.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. You know, you got a wide one, you got a tall one, and you got this with a bow.
Yes.
That first week in November.
That late, nothing was moving.
Nothing was moving except...
Well, except this one.
This one. Walt Gino's from Washington. Don Bridgman is from Chesterfield. These are 2 Macomb County bucks. Man, the metropolitan area produces some big ones, Zach.
Great. Now we're headed over to Van Buren County. We have Bill Collins here, who doesn't have that many antler points, 8-point, but the spread is pretty phenomenal here. What did that spread out?
21 inches.
21 inches. What sort of, you got this during bow season?
Yes.
Did you see a lot of activity?
I've seen about 4 bucks. I never seen this one until the day I shot him.
Well, that's a big beams on that too. Outstanding. Bill Collins from Van Buren County.
Thank you.
Oh, we're over to me. I guess I should pay attention here. We're looking at all these racks. We have 3 racks among 2 guys. Let's see. Let's go. Let's start with Jarrod Deut from Hudsonville.
Yep.
Kalamazoo County.
Kalamazoo County.
10-pointer.
10-pointer.
How wide?
It was 18.5 inches. Came out about 11 o'clock on the opening. Got it with a muzzleloader.
And why a muzzleloader? Golly, there are a lot of hunters using that.
Well, you know, it gets a little more distance than a shotgun, so you know you get a little more choice of deer.
Well, did you have much of a choice this season?
The only 2 deer I see are going to be hanging on my wall after the season. I got this one and the opener, and a week before I got one with my bow.
Holy cow. Well, way to go, Jarrod. That's his story. But another guy who got 2.
Yeah.
This is Mike Odenwald from Kalamazoo, and you have a 10-pointer.
That would be
that little squirt?
November 29th. This little squirt weighed 150 or 166 pounds.
And how about the big squirt here? Is this the one that's 21.5 inch?
Yes, this was 187 pounds dressed.
You know, a wide rack. You can take one with more points, but you can take a wider one, and the wider one looks a heck of a lot bigger.
Yeah, but they're both perfectly symmetrical, and they're both going to be on my wall in 8 months.
8 months?
Yes.
Your taxidermist is giving you...
Dave Sherwood of Richland.
8 months.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. The old taxidermist nightmare. Got to kick it out in 8 months.
Oh, he's got a turkey coming, too.
Oh, hey, you're a lucky man. Kalamazoo County, that's a great one.
Well, Fred, now we're heading over to Calhoun County. We've got a couple of nice entries here. We're starting with Stan Siefker. You got this 12-point. What land were you hunting?
We were hunting on, this is my grandson Brady, and we were hunting on his other grandpa's land down there.
Okay, and you got this opening day.
Opening day, gun season. Yep.
Early in the morning?
Yep, early in the morning. This buck had been by. Brady and his dad sat down on the other side of the farm, and they had seen this buck earlier. Brady called him in with a doe bleat. And when he came in, my son missed him. He came my way, and I got him. So
well, great.
We got him. Nice
and
buck.
that was during gun season. We also have Eric Lapham from Portland, but you got this one a little earlier in the year.
Yeah, I got him during bow season on October 23rd.
And a 10-point. good size spread. What is that spread out at?
18.5, and he's got a 10.5-inch tines.
Great. And were you hunting family property also?
Yeah, my uncle's farm down there. We've been having pretty good success. My cousin saw 3 other bucks about this size. We've been turning down a lot of smaller bucks, and we've been getting good buck population.
Well, great. Calhoun County, Eric Lapham and Stan Siefker. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay, doesn't look that big, right? And it really isn't that big compared to some of these big southern monsters.
Right, I saw one smaller tonight.
Well, but Paul Modson is from Canton, and you got this buck in
My backyard.
sort of
In
your
Canton?
backyard.
Yes.
Wayne County, our only entry this year so far from Wayne County. In years past, we've had more, but it's a 10-pointer.
That's correct.
16.5-inch spread. Oh, you're a bow hunter.
Bow hunter, yes.
I see. Well, that is something. Oh, you pull a 70-pound bow.
Yes, I do.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I can see that. The man has some muscles. But I'm glad that you were able to bring that down because it does have Wayne County now represented on Big Buck Night.
Thank you.
Brian Watson from Niles.
How you doing, Zach?
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice looking rack. 10-pointer. Got it during bow season.
Yep, 10-7 in the morning with my bow. Highest scoring buck that I've ever shot.
Compound or recurve? Or?
It's a new Matthews LX compound, yeah, 70 pounds. And it's the highest scoring buck that I've ever shot, 142 inches.
Okay.
So.
I mean, are you into the symmetrical racks or?
Well, I know Fred's not, right, Fred? And
no.
But no, a symmetrical rack will score a lot better. But this pretty much has it all. It's got the spread, it's got mass, it's got tine length, and for a bow.
Talk it up. Talk it up. This is symmetrical, folks. Now, remember, I want you to have a mental picture of this before we go to the next one.
Very good.
Well, great. Brian Watson, nice symmetrical
Thanks.
rack if that's what you're into.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations. Yep.
What do you mean it has everything? Look at this rack. Look at this. This is what you call non-typical. Some people think this is ugly.
No, I think it's beautiful.
I think it
gives it character.
Character.
Drop
This has character and a half. It has a tine coming off to the side, which they call a drop tine, an actual drop tine. Palmation.
Right.
Really heavy. Look at the brow tines and the double brow tine there. Oh, man. You know what the record books do with this? A lot of them, they just deduct. And they say, this is a crummy rack.
That's what they did. It was 175, and non-typical took it down to 166.
Oh, they ought to be slapped silly. This is gorgeous. This is the kind of rack that if I was ever going to get a big buck, I'd want something like that.
I'm proud.
Jack Geiber?
Yes, sir.
Senior from Centerville.
Centerville, Michigan.
See, we forgot to mention the county.
Private land, yep.
St. Joseph County.
Over by 3 Rivers.
15 points, 22-inch spread. Oh, man. I love it. This has character. Take your symmetrical rack, Zach. You can have them. You can have them.
We've got another one for you, Fred. Lenawee County, Butch Francis. Another very symmetrical rack.
Yes, it is. Very
bow
proud of
season?
it. Yep, October 1st.
What did you get out there in September? And
we have been seeing bigger bucks out there, but I didn't see him before season, but he came in and then I took him. I just thank the Lord. This is Frankie, my son, and he tracked it and found it for me. I don't think I would have found it without him.
Did Dad do a good job?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great. Butch, Lenawee County, we also have another buck from Lenawee County, Gary Reese.
That's Greg Reese.
Greg Reese. I'm sorry. I apologize. 13-pointer, a little bit later in the season, though.
Yep, October 29th.
And
10
had
to
you
5.
seen a lot of activity before that?
I seen him on Saturday, and that was then I shot him on Wednesday. That was it.
And your own property?
Private property, neighbors.
Neighbors?
Yep.
Well, those are nice neighbors.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Gary Reese.
Yeah.
Just saying Gary Reese
Okay.
and Butch Francis to you, Fred.
Greg Reese.
See, I did it again.
Okay. Michael Kiley from Monroe. This is the last county in this group. But look at the width on this. How wide is it?
It's a 25-inch outside spread.
Man alive. Now this is, I wouldn't say it's boring, but it is typical.
Yes,
What's
it is.
Called, why do they call it typical?
So
You think it's really typical?
Well, the tine lengths are pretty even.
Well, this is a non-typical buck because of the size of it.
Yes.
13 points. Ooh, you got a deduction.
Well, we got a couple little nubs there.
All those little things? They
Yes.
get, I'll be darned. Well, you got this on the second day of bow season.
Yes.
Down in Monroe. And I think we only had 2 entries from Monroe this year. Isn't that weird?
There's not a lot of deer down there.
Well, I tell you. What?
Well, this is this group.
It is. Michael Kiley from Monroe. Thank you. Congratulations. Now,
What do we have in store for them now?
what do we have in store? We have
After they call.
here 5 counties here. You take a look at these. We're looking at Branch, Hillsdale, Jackson, Oakland, and Washtenaw. 5 counties we got. Now, but before we get to that,
We need people to call.
on the phone.
Use
Call and play.
that number on the screen. If you like what we're doing, please call. This is how you keep us on with the Practical Sportsman.
See what he's doing? He's taking over already.
But we need to hear those phones ringing, guys. They're not ringing out there.
Now, I say already, I got a few more years left, but please call now. Funding